the policy strategic analyst, that is, or a lead economic analyst, Edema, the new force, a friend of Hubert Bedu. Open Aquaba.
Yeah, that's it. Yamiadum.
Good.
Yaboko now, so
Yamiadum. We are told to say, and Dr. Baumia, John Dramani Mahama, Echo Falio nomination, and Yayan Tiese, that Aqua Media Cosme Falen DNA. How true is this?
Somewhat say, na no cre.
Okay.
Na Edikano. Mamifa na se kese Emma Onia TV. Se mama ya kwenye biem. Se yemebo na nakwa mebedi akon. Ni nsempa no ho dewuru. Afei so medenchia kese pa ebeko ama Ghana fo nyina danfo. Boys and girls ni nyina danfo. Nana kwa mebedi akon. Anopay Michiano pa.
I see. Job what time be file nomination time be?
By 10 a.m.
Oh, 10 a.m. yeah. Oh, so just about 10 more minutes now.
Me no kasa na kwan so ayekwa no.
But nana kwame any running mate. So obviously file the nomination.
Ghana mremu no se woni running mate a untimi file nomination.
Yes. So, yeah, but you name the running mate.
Ne mu memra no enkyere se je se ye da running mate na di.
Okay.
Enti running mate ne de ye pa.
But so the more running mate on paper.
Paper show ani.
But munyanda na di.
Eno na waka.
Mobile launch ne mobile da na di da be.
Se de Ghana fo nyina enim no munim se eba marketing dia. Na na kwa me bedi akon edi kan pa.
I see.
Ye wo se ne ahye nyoma.
Oh yeah, strategic economic analyst Edema the new force.
You.
Nano nana kwa bedi akon ede ne any swadi hunu beto Ghana for any no. Or catch the Ghana for say or the 12 ministers and a be really on my way.
You.
I mean, yenya other parties and presidential candidates for so much so. What is the main focus of these 12 ministers on between me really on my way? Because your original ministers across Mokrade Omobru 12 per the regional demarcation Omobru 12, but also 12 ministers and on the bay. How is it going to be possible?
Unya meda wasibiem na edikan no me pese Ghana for eya so na omuti assembly and say no human law can immunize itself against human intervention. Actually say emra bia ni ho a eye nipa na ahyehyɛ saa mra no ebo ne ho ban against nipa na ahyehyɛ mra no enti se nipa hyɛ mra e nipa na sesa no
okay
esan se mra ne wo ho e de manipa se be ma ya setenem atumpon
okay
na obehwa Ghana mra anase constitution no ema ho kwan se president ebetumi appoint regional ministers nenso so onkyere dodo a obe appoint enti se regions near 10 and I say 16 or appointed 16 ministers na in the will of the president no obetumi appointed deputy ministers 2 2 3 3
okay
enti so wo hwe said yesi a craft ye mra ni bia it makes our country overgoverned and misgoverned.
I see.
Enti na kwa me bedi akon ani so ade hunu ne say sa regional ministers here omodeda regions ya no a constitutionally no they have never had executive duties or functions.
They are an oversight responsibility.
They are just representatives of the president. The can say the 16 regional CEOs and ever
CEOs.
Prepare you. And
so technically, yes, aside Dino from being a regional minister to CEO.
And you Dino kwa. It is the function also.
Okay.
So the regional ministers, they don't have executive duty to initiate projects in the region.
Yes.
It is over regional minister via Nuha or Kujina baby Akasemeba no maybe a factory way, my industry way, and no new common.
Sure.
Inti so nye adwuma bia mfa mo region ne dia ene na etuaneka for what inti ye de ne say ye be building industries across all the regions of Ghana na sa 16 regional CEOs we ene be accountable to industries na ye be bie no. This is the vision of
how they going to be accountable, because you're going to be provide this kind, you're going to be initiative like you just said.
Okay, another thing. Ade baako a esese Ghana for ehune say the regions of Ghana no esese semi autonomous.
Okay.
They are sub-national units or enclaves. Esese omo ankasa have omo small economic units and I say economy. Na ni nyina eboaboa no na enya a consolidated economy for Ghana.
Okay.
So we said the metre no. Na se wanya enipa obede da sa regions ya no be operational duties. Na currently the omo wa ne administrative duties are. Yentumi benefit from regions no. Enu nti na Ghana ha say so bia ma ne bag so a na se nya abrochire no okwa enkran e no oba. Nenso so Accra no, the whole greater Accra no is just 1.4% of the entire size of Ghana.
Yeah, I see. Very interesting. Another issue be some reason and I should imagine kakra. Say, obe make sure say your food security benya betumi store aduane for 100 years.
Yeah.
Is it going to be within 4 years? Because constitutional mandate president be say obeko 1 term. Or call 1 term new year na Ghana for ehuni mobile betumi akobiem. To Ghana for ehuni mobile no must answer really elected to become the president. But within a space of 4 years, how is it going to make sure say betumi enya food security for 100 years?
Minia, ya check.
Oh really?
Or Ghana has say ya no. 85% fertile. Say Ghana hanu TV3 and I say Unia abonti ya sui. Say Udin so kuraku from one be free bibi. Bibi out the better from beer, a be free bibi. Enti Bibia ni wa say o mai esase ekom ebem.
I see.
Nan say yetete say aban asan ponisika e de kra
$500 million, yeah.
Any idea?
Yeah.
Which is sad. Ghana enye omanya etwa se ekom kra bamuda. Ese senka etimi nya aduane mani buso. Na ye mum ye export. Nenso so we have a failed leadership.
A failed leadership.
We have a failed leadership. Na sa failed leadership no. Ekwan bi so no yenia Ghana for eniama ho kwan. Woni bibi menua.
Catch me.
Enioma mienu ene Ghana for ADSC.
Ebi ne den.
Na the edikan no in finance your friend no sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy.
You. Na there's a sunk cost no kire ne say. Oye business bi. Na ode usika akoshim. Na business no emfa return emma. Na enso so sika na ode akoshim no wo mpese obelu sunti. Kosoa na ode sika na ye de ebi ehemu. Eno ne sunk cost fallacy no.
Eno na chi so kra onya faso bi.
Onya faso bi emfiri mu. Until you are unable to cut your losses early enough. Ghana for your situation in him.
Interesting.
Ya bo MPP any NDC for ho ka. Ade no boy ka na enso so ye hu na akwa akodi mu no ye ntimi nkate your losses ntem. And na wo mu so ahu no and wo mu take advantage. De to so mienu. Ade ba ko a ene Ghana for ADSC ye frɛ no say Stockholm's syndrome.
Stockholm's syndrome.
Ane.
Brofo dem de bi ba yo.
Kasa ni gu ho a ni twi ni ho.
If you check Stockholm syndrome.
Na sa Stockholm syndrome yi.
Yes.
The actually say Only obite anase obi atake you captive. Now abuse you no de kwati team
or found no moon
or found no moon. Nan so o body no anase o psyche no. Etumia build a coping mechanism.
Okay.
Enti nipa no o yawa yakayaka de. Enso so ye twini free o ho a ompene.
Okay.
Sa situation na Ghana for ewum. Stockholm syndrome and a sunk cost fallacy.
I see.
And yes, sir, enka NDC ni MPP. Enka me metna ha enka nchire Ghana for say as a CEO mu free ho.
I see. I see.
Hey, yeah.
Very interesting. So how is it going to also create 800,000 jobs within 4 years?
800,000 jobs no. Already policy document ni ya. Yes, say 8 million jobs projected to be created in 10 years.
8 million jobs projected to be created within 10 years.
Within the next decade.
Okay.
Within the next decade. Into 800,000. No?
Every year, yeah.
800. Sanity.
800,000.
Sanity.
I see.
Sanity.
So even within the 4 years of crowd, I just
it's by the fourth year, no, you can call about 4 million, about 3.2 million jobs.
I see. Now, so what is the policy direction and the focus of the new Ghana force?
The new force.
The new force.
Me da se will be sa question yi. Unim. Aban bia no a eye serious no. Na eye serious government no. Enioma mienu bi o hono mu a ese se omo di si omani so. Na sa enioma mienu no ese se ba akon kosoro no. Na ba akon ba fom. The ese e ba fom no eye de nyina enim inflation.
Okay.
And na the ese ekosoro no eye employment. Sa enioma mienu wi ye de no ye reverse. For the last 30 to 40 years, MPP ni NDC, Eddie Oman no. Inflation, you know, there be a kosoro. And employment, you know, there be a kofom. This is what Nana Kwame Bediako seeks to change. Ye pese e mabunu no enye adwuma eyo. Na ye pese ye produce more. Na Ghana eye net exporter. Sebe ya nneoma beko fom ama Ghana for. Na yetumia disposable income. Your salary na ye geno, ye nneoma na ye ton yetumia bi e de ato ho ema ye ma. This is the vision of Nana Kwame Bediako. Simple.
I see. It's strategically, was a Ghana or IMF. Ye mostly at Akoboya, Bosia Crefia Manone, or Sioba, Ghana be printing on one sika near dear. I mean, the vision is so. But Ghana Bema just 4 years. 4 years, not to me finding Nina. It's more going to this about way. So Ghana for you na to Mamua. Na Nana Kwame Bediako be president or Ghana Hanu say within 4 years. The first 4 years are all by dear Potsi and Obabe.
The first thing Nana Kwame Bediako ebeye is to secure 2 industrial plants for each region of Ghana.
2 industrial plants
for each region of Ghana. So
that is 16 regions. Yes. 32 industrial plants.
Now, industrial plants, no, Bako air for the mining industry.
Okay.
And a Bako air for the agro processing industry. Now, you keep saying, say, in 4 years, you bet to me, you bet to me, you bet to me. NDCD MPP for Nama Yaguna say, Bibia Nua, Ghana for bet to me, you.
Oh, I see. You doable.
Sanity.
I see.
Yeah, well, I might be to say Norway and Switzerland. Omo population, you know, correct to say, and can I have a population?
Yeah.
And so, you know, or more.
Yeah.
Because they have a serious leadership.
Interesting. How much is it going to cost Ghana? Say, this industry, these 2 industries in all the region. How much will it cost Ghana? And how do you intend to generate funds? Because as it stands in Ghana, the car.
Sir?
Over 700 billion.
Sir?
The car. Mobile just can't win a model as any more. And I will watch you Bussian and Biabecan.
There be Bussian, dear, and then Nana Kwame Bediako, I buy a Quanta, a pie. Now, o questioner, Ubisa say, Ibenia Sicano, him.
Yeah.
When you mention Bibi. Ghana yo oman bia sika wo mu pa nenso so leakages bebre nso so ewo oman nim
ya de kenten konso
sanity
I see
Ghana yet say da san eto apai enti sika no egum na esone fa ase adenti na make say if we have a serious government it has the will to plug systemic leakages. Afibia Auditor General Airport to say, Sika you lose to corruption kwan etwam $4 billion. Afibia.
yeah
All the time say for saying $16 billion. And just by plugging systemic leakages, $16 billion at the hodada.
I see which is guaranteed
As far back as 2010, 2012, capital flight, Sika, a free Ghana, yen to me are accounted for. Now brought $12 billion.
I see.
Enti, Tresse, why Yashi Krao, Maimo, Odi and Tonri, and produce just end corruption. You immediately have more than $24 billion to start with.
That's a Yatibi now. Yatidao.
Sir.
Oh, Yatisika so. How many here, my?
And so I say it's Sika, so then so one tre a coin a before so a pisicano.
And nam a memoir any uncle yinti. A come de. Dr. Bawomi has to say if the fundamental is weak, your exchange rate will expose you. We've heard all these things, but this is where we are. This is how we find ourselves. This is that Jimwedi. New force.
Dear SSA. Emma Ghana fo nyina enya enkranhye no munya gidie ewo mu ene say we are not coming with the gargantuan structure of a political party. Ade ba ko eku Ghana fo no no minua
sir
ane aman penimfo no bi wo hono mu a nanka omutiri mu pono enye bone nanka omani so ade hunu no yade ebeboa Ghana nanso so baggage no a omonde ba no as a political party no eso enipa a wakobobo omo hobosia ne dan a watonton abusua sika a ode akoye campaign ni nua bi banka ode abo ne bosia de aye campaign nti no so oba aban ni mu a ese sankrofo we nyina tete wo mo ka enji se nipa no ni so ade hu no sokora no a emmem.
Interesting.
And I say we want to operate the leanest and the most efficient governance model ever in the history of African politics.
Interesting.
As I said, ministers, omuya 12, a big kahu, a big deputy cranka.
Oh, sir.
Anne.
No deputy ministers.
Edumanuso.
Now, it's a minister, I mean,
each minister has a permanent secretary.
A permanent
so you have a secretary to the minister
who will be in charge of all the administrative issues.
Aye.
But ministers will be yes. Secretary, personal secretaries.
There be any secretary or two have a secretary and yet the church on your mark but
what the permanent administrative secretary.
Sanity. Now unim minia Ghana your GDP nyina mo ka say adwuma so ina me mamo perspective.
Okay.
Your GDP nyina about $70 billion. Sa $70 billion no. Enuru company ba ko pe annual revenue e will contribute to say US.
Interesting.
Then so CEO ba ko pe ne da no. Oni deputy CEO. Walmart a year utimi making revenue etwam over 70 billion na GDP.
But a company is different from a country.
There be some kasa de no so e sikasem ne yeka ho asem.
Yeah, sikasem.
Okay,
so any different. Ba ko ye oman na ba ko ye adwuma.
Me ma another example, yeah. Harvard University.
Also your school.
But a nipa negum.
Yes, I mean
a nipa negum.
School share different from
the endowment of Harvard University and the Ghana GDP is over $60 billion. Structures. If you have the will to develop the country, you will do it. They don't have the political will to develop this country. And na yen ni ama almost akwan no. And na me catch say we are suffering from the sunk cost fallacy and the Stockholm syndrome. And the earlier we break it, the better for all of us.
As a group is proud.
Sanity.
But very interesting to note. I mean, you have a very fine policies. But what me at home, Sansem with the Magana for what you say?
In fact, Ghana for Adeo Mayer no Ajiensem. So villages no be brave no. Na ye cry to say. Same saja mayidi no Accra ni Kumase nkwanete. Then so ye sha say ye kwa pro na ye soma ye nkrofo no. Feedback na omode ba no Ajiensem. Oh. Amoye hu say mpanimfo no kura ho wo so.
I see.
And we are ready to make a change in this country. Yeah.
I see. All things being equal, 12 ministers, 800,000 jobs within a year, 100, $100 years.
Yes.
Is it within a period of 4 years? No, but me, I didn't need that. 4 years, Nisa.
100 years, Nisa.
100 years, Nisa. Then you never debate me a store for 100 years.
And I'm can catch you say Ghana assassin 85% air fertile. Na mamentra wa DB. The city of Tokyo. The population air 40 million. And so the size of Tokyo at the western region.
Yes.
Na me mau perspective be. Say Pia Ghana for the Kokobu western region. Na see serious you be kum. You bet me see high-rise buildings western region at them.
Yeah.
Ama the rest of the land no. You bet me the idea in Yaba. You bet me the I'm just giving you a perspective. So no. And to see a case within 4 years no. You bet to me and your food reserves are a bit boy for the next century. And you was remuka.
So technically, mobile.
It was just for context.
Okay. But in our own case, practically, the same because yes, I mean, yes, a high-rise building, no. The building be a 15 or 17.
The point is not the high-rise building. That was just for context.
Okay.
Now the American say, assassin the whole more. Esan say. Your leadership no here say
enough. I'm the planting for food. I'm the railing for export.
And accommodate.
Oh,
Tio Minia, show Ghana Hana wono. So pese obua or my pa now solve Ghana problem. One of the first things you have to do is to end food inflation. Say biane bo edin Ghana fo nya ho to da.
And then okay.
Minia me no ka say woni say biane bo den.
And ram kotom more small one be 5 kilos. Ghana. Ghana.
Sir, and so you bit me a diamo Ghana, Oko voter region, a bit me a diamo. Oh, yeah, baby, Ghana, you see a dear baby intimate.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you need the political will to do that.
Now, just one person just say, I buy a betray Mukomoya Danko Dada.
Any owner, okay.
I said because I got some money political word, and I just say, oh, no, okay. As a mother, if you had the bizarre question.
Maybe you have in Parliament.
Yes.
Quite more come around soon now. You who say more
so being for
the constituencies. The whole so more concern.
Minia, if you make me dance, say, Obisa, sa question ye na ye wo enipa bebre or more or pen say. Omube to mine or run and akwa in terms of parliamentary, no. So we are independent candidate. Wouldn't me and say, oh, my parliamentary candidate in ye, my parliamentary candidate Bako Huni Valley, Bako Han. So we are operating a decentralized structure. Only our say Oko parliamentary, no, yes, who quain. Danny Drew ho na as I say a boa obia no as a team, a formidable force. Yeah, ebe you medi.
I see.
Osha ye bra ka wo yanim. Ene se ne Ghana yen hihye ne tie. Wo a wo ruli se bia mo na mo bedi oman so a yen parliament hihye tie. Wo se mo na mo nkrofo ne door so ho ne ene tina me busa sa question you because
yeah. Na sa asem we metie kire na mpanimfo ni bi last mete say panyin pa bi wo Ghana na o ka say independent for no crowd your mood agro now about parliament cry emra ne say we choose ministers every parliament
about 50% of
my question is and so what
but emra ya hyehyɛ dia to
emra ya hyehyɛ say we you ministers every parliament
yes
emra ne nkyerɛ say ministers na your party members
and mobu ho there but party members go with your ideology
yes.
If on follow ideology, how do you appoint somebody like that to be
there is no ideology that supersedes the supreme will of the Ghanaian people. There is no ideology that is greater than the economic interest of this party. Members of parliament now, their allegiance is not to the political party. Technically,
I'm happy you are
saying they are just running on the ticket of political parties, but they are accountable to their constituents.
That's true.
Enti Samuel Mampenyi na me de dwumadie bi ebeto of mine ni me pese minya parliamentary approval. Na parliamentarians ne say me free omo party and I say me nwan omo ku enti omo nsan a the constituents are there, they are watching.
But we've seen most of them. I mean levy by and you may see our parliament. So any nasifo huntokwa ne nasifo esi because party for can say oh minority the majority also had their way. Meanwhile, New Force ebiana munyanya enough representatives our parliament to make me ensure the easy flow of government business. About the South Suwa, it's not going to Hamu or Quambiaso.
Enye New Force and a Hano. Adebia noa, Ebebua Ghana no. Ua Bejana, Obeya Quincydiaman, yet Nipano or de Adiano Banana or Hano, a Ghana na or Hano. But
Opasoya Diana, a Quincydio or Honomo. So Quincydio, yes, be a Quincydia, a Mra, ya laid down.
Into which did he say? Se bribi papa bi eba parliamentarians betimi asia no kwan na so betimi asia no kwan dia that is the exact reason intia ye ka se sankrofo we they don't have the interest of the country at will. The fact say utimi susu o wadwene mu se omo betumi ayesa no e kire say they have never had the interest of the country at will.
But probably they might have a counter view. Ebia now you might have a very superior opinion. To say we'll be creating 800,000 jobs within a year. Also, Ghana, be try sika ewa hanu
sanity.
And 12 ministers are majority of them about 50% to be you a parliament. I be na wuni sa domino and asasa uncle for
domino domo. So long as no the there be so long as they are parliamentarians, you can choose your. It doesn't have to be from your party.
But you have the men.
Do you have the men? No, the almost promises said they have the men.
Okay, so
we have the men and we have the women.
Okay.
I see.
So back to Sanchez, where you can come back and see a maraso. New Force mobile constitution. What want to say?
Enuntina, if you may say me casanas and me can say, no human law can immunize itself against human intervention. Constitution na eda hono e Ghana for the money to me yes said the man Ghana for and I share for the interest of the Ghanaian people enti bibia no a ewo saabu kunumu a emwa Ghana no e say Ghana for nyina ye 2 years or no ni yi free mu period
but and that form sao
and that form pa
it would have to go through parliamentary approval. And I'm more to me,
there be a year to me, make us a Ghana for, as I say, 2 years or no, near years and your money free.
Just say, open, we say, sir, where ye, ya told Yama womb, your
politicians, no. One money, we say, constitution in favor of Omo. Ya true constitution, no, they are my president, na powerful. And in your man, a woman, M1 or minor, woman can't throw. Omo nkanchero se munimu se ministries no edoso a adadadada no moantwa so moante so afei ayewura 2024 omo hu se Ghana fo mabunu bu afu complaining no we say me the system ministers na beba we say mateso about 50 na way.
Yes, because back to another question. Ohia yewra jema na no launch the manifesto say as gracia obi yefri ho. So does it mean say pressure na mo dey mom because New Force as a youth no mo doso and na almost obia cassette ya sa as gracia anti pressure na mo dey mom so be say someone na say will you accept that the fact say you are giving them pressure?
If yes say Quatre kwase obema ontuma.
Listen to the name of the
TND. Oni na ono say es gracia no obetwem no. What him?
So opportunity to
the first idea says so you need to set an example. Ya dem a ono say menye.
But you bet.
Sa okwa abemu no aba back. Eno ho
me say wo jibi.
Onye.
What Wajibi as an ex-president? Wajibi.
Yeah, we trying to cast.
One more now by move for almost so free honey at the end MPs or more parliament. One so Jibi. Empty there be and chama.
That's all
reject it. Ebiesida.
Constitution.
Talk about the one rejected.
Yeah.
You have to reject it, and yes, I will cast me bar me chum.
All right. There is one of the biggest TV platforms I work on high on your TV.
Sir.
Feedback, I mean, from various places across the country. Just say, "Kofo crap is a mobile constituents, but the whom were honomo."
Ghana for nya betre.
I can't be able to swim.
The Mekache Ghana for say we are just about to turn the engine on.
Hey,
Pachoane.
I can't 89 days.
Ane. Your school can be busy last days are dangerous.
Oh, and
these last days will be very, very dangerous. We are just about to turn the engine on into Ghana for Enya Butremaya.
I see.
Campaign I no Ghana for who be that.
Yeah, well, about 275 constituencies in this country.
276.
276. All things being equal. I can't 89 days. Meet me up on in
we are determined.
Because I feel I'm more cotton, Muniema, Muslim, Ediama Ghana for. Despite being on this biggest platform, any other platforms be more try to reach out to the people. For person who feel more presence, for person who join the crowd now. I mean, they don't even have any process. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know how to do them.
Minya, I'm say what you actually.
Sir,
say Nyoma Koso. The job day ground.
I see.
It's say your database cry no your pay because any pay guso no air crash systems.
Interesting. Currently, what's a database?
Edoso.
But an average of
Edoso, my miankasa mi hujiri me.
I see.
And these are not people who are. Your prayer said that call in Krum Crusoe said. I see. They voluntarily registered on our website. Ebi frefre, ebi ye wonipa bebre omo angasa to omo pickups, branded pickups na dey here adwuma mai. Ebi kura ho na na kwa mbedi akwanya we.
Various constituencies in the country.
And this shows to say the end of the political duopoly is nigh.
I see.
Now we here abempa.
Asudi ebi da musu ana.
Asudie de da yeso na asudie ne na yenkwan yeso eda Ghana fo nyina so we have a charge to keep as a country enya sa nka anopei minidi yo minua na so man ho donti
wa she quote abota tra so ne dey
yes aduane bo anya de enze me ko no 010
formation abono
me formation amebo me ko no 010.
So far remember the electoral process and the election process is not the events. So far, more engagements with the electoral commission. I was saying it's here because most of the times, saying these two leading political parties now, as a less attention is being given to other political parties. So far, more relationship with the EC, let's say.
A relationship with ECD. We say a love-hate relationship.
Can you hear now? I see.
So who say you bubu kakra na afi na omo ye de se omo ye. Na ye kan no tumu so be na otwi mienu so na omo pese omo mian.
Oh.
Na so ni nyina mu no Ghana for de omo ni hwe. bibia ni hono mu a ebetumi ama the will of the people no as subsided the biarada.
I see.
The nyame aka ne bebem.
Enti ena mo kwa file mo nomination many processes are mo go through the na no mo ye well assured say mo bibia ye krogin ema yisi enkonkoba say Nana Kwabedi akwa fa ne ma bia amfa nto akwa munti wa disqualified to say ne last or disqualify odikeno.
Well, to the best of our ability, and your ma easy no ankasa atro no ahihye no apone no. Yedi ni nyina so. Na yebema Ghana fo nyina nso so ahunu. Adwumaden a yedi akọ because we documented everything. We have a dossier of evidences.
Oh, okay.
Yasheda edi egu ho. And no we are giving the Electoral Commission the benefit of the doubt.
I see.
So obey na adwuma na obey fair. No.
But mo share throughout this process. Yes, mo start say about the process we omo ne ye ni omo share omo de agu akwan no. Ema mo was some kind of confidence we on mo je mo de.
Your confidence ne dey senka wo ma percentage nka mema na 35%. Na so said dey make no. Saa ne oma we nyina ye ne oma Ghana fo na ama ho kwan. Ghana for na ama ho kwan. Na wo hwe position bit to say Electoral Commission akra no a. They should have had a fixed term. So no. A term where a bit to me transcend the term of the sitting president. Now menya your friend is saying statutory protection.
Okay.
A be protected or more against arbitrary removal. And he said, "Oh, appoint him as an electoral commissioner. Me found one president. I want to so. So now appoint me cry no. Me because minimum say who want me in free ho. Na say, oh now appoint me.
But that is the case.
Na make us say, emrano ayase no. We have to intervene. Politicians need to say, "Sa ni oma we favor omo into omo nye ho adwuma." Na me kan bi me say Ghana for ya me ni amre. Na yan topel sa duopoly we o mani nye yeda. Take it from me.
Interesting. Aka 89 days na Ghana ye na ekoto santene akwakoto aba. E de yi ye mampani ene ye mrahye bedwamfo. Also earlier me bisa say mo wo omo mbegina efia bisa say mo wo omo mbegina various constituencies in your name. Say na be ya bet me has the smooth running of government business when you have the majority in parliament.
Yeah.
More share no honomo.
And Amidi Kanka said we are operating a decentralized structure.
Oh, okay.
And the Yawonipa Bibra or more pen or more de musica, a finance or more campaign. Into a drew say, as I say, a boy or munina, no near formal a legioner, a singular legioner. We will do it.
All right. So, Hubert Bedu, the lead economic analyst, Edema, the New Force. And at exactly 10, me no can say me sure say na kwambedi akon the Electoral Commission office are offering the nomination to become a presidential candidate on the ballot box. And come December 7th, if all things being equal, bibia to 2 year, ni din eba ballot sheet ni so a na Ghana for kotra bombeto e dia ma na kwambedi akon. In the next 1 minute, Ghana for na abodom to TV achi. Talk to them.
Ghana for ebiem me de enchia kese pa mamo na me da mo asenso me gina yenyina enua panyi na nakwa me bedi akon anemu adam ase odo kese a moyi e de ache the New Force, the fastest growing political movement in the whole of Africa. Na me de she mu nkran enso se ma adwene no enye se oh independent de otoma no a wa say vote enka bida u vote no a wo de kwa akoma MPP ni NDC ama o mawi ni no eye sa vote no a na wo de ma na nakwa me bedi akon a onu so bewi ni. Enti I'm encouraging you, the youth of Ghana, mo meka ye ho na ahoden no enye kese na yentumi entopple the duopoly of the NDC and the MPP. Until then, our nation will perish. Madam Wase.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Hubert, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
BBN Ibesa so Eddie Nkomobium. Hubert Bedu, the lead economic analyst, Edema, the New Force.